I chose today to treat this subject that I know a lot of Africans talk about. These are supposed to be in-house conversations. And I know I'm not the only one that talks about it. I think the only difference is that I just like to have an open conversation. I always want to encourage an open dialogue when it comes to these things that I feel are very necessary when it comes to the African diaspora. I changed on one of the videos that has been circulating on social media. So there's one that I came across, which happened to be an interview that I think was done by this is a breakfast show or breakfast club show. It is a show that's run by Charlemagne the God and two other hosts. There are three hosts on that show. The guest on that show, I don't know her name, but she made a comment, or she responded to a question. Do Africans look down on Black Americans?
Do Africans really look down on Black American people?
No, I think Africans, I would say specifically for Nigerians. Nigerians are proudful people. We look down on other Nigerians. So it's not even, and it's not even that we're looking down. We're just always looking up. Mm-hmm. And so if you're not in our purview, we don't see you.
That's a word.
So it's perspective shifts. And so for us, like I tell people all the time, like, because it used to be like when I would meet other African Americans, like they would know nothing about me. Like, oh, so you African? So what, you think you better than us? And I'd be like, listen, man, we think we better than everybody. Because my father would be like, if the Black man does it, do it better. If the white man does it, surpass him. If the Asian man does it, finish him. It's just like, okay. Like, that's like the household I grew up in. It's like nobody's your competition except for the person that you're trying to advance over. So it's just like, who is in your purview? Get them out. Like, why are they even there? Like, why did you even give them an opportunity to be better than you?
That's the mentality you should have, though.
And so that's why I'd be tripping when people were like, oh, so you smart? Yes. I worked hard to be smart. Like, getting a B, I would cry because my mom would literally be like, so the person who got an A, what were they doing? And why were you not doing it? Like, I don't know. They just know math better than me, Mom. But it was just like, that's unacceptable. We came over here and gave you opportunities, so do better.
We are willingly coming here in droves to seek for opportunities, which is what my dear sister said her parents came to find for them. But let's ask ourselves, the opportunities that we are coming to find in America, though, who made those opportunities possible? America is great, but human beings built it. Human beings made it possible. And who are those particular human beings? Europeans, white people, and African Americans. And if you know the story, that's why I said earlier, the Black history is so important. Because what they did not teach us back in Africa in the schools, now we can learn and see how African Americans, our brothers and sisters, came here and suffered and had to build a very thriving economy for us to come and enjoy. We are not showing enough gratitude to our fellow African Americans for the hard sacrifice, the pains that they had to go through to build what we are seeing today. Majority of Africans come here for what we are coming for. We are escaping poverty. Our politicians and a lot of factors have made it so difficult for people to survive. And so when people are poor, they are poor to the stupor. They are poor to the unbelievable degree. So what I'm saying is that when we come here, a lot of Africans don't want to have anything to do with poverty because we are running away from it. And so sometimes what blinds us is that when we come to Americas, or we come to America and we see fellow Blacks and we see some Black people are Black Americans living in poverty or living a poverty kind of lifestyle or living a low lifestyle, we kind of prejudge the whole Black American community and think, oh, okay, this is who they are. I don't want to be like that. I'm running away from that. So it kind of influences our attitude towards them. This is one of the reasons why when African Americans see us, they think that we look down on them because we kind of exhume some type of attitude.
Do Africans really look down on Black American people?
No, I think Africans, I would say specifically for Nigerians. Nigerians are proudful people. We look down on other Nigerians. So it's not even, and it's not even that we're looking down. We're just always looking up. Mm-hmm. And so if you're not in our purview, we don't see you.
In order for you to thrive, you don't have to look down or necessarily walk over or feel superior. That attitude can literally lead to some type of superiority complex, which is also equal to tribalism. I'm from Ghana and I've seen tribalism play out a lot everywhere. We as Africans have this attitude of being better than another. It's easy for us to transfer that type of attributes to the United States when we come here. It makes it easy for us to exert that type of, to show that type of attitude when we meet fellow blacks, specifically African Americans. African Americans are now walking around snooping and out of nowhere thinking that Africans feel that they're better than us. It's something that they have seen. We kind of show that energy. We give off that energy. And I'm not saying this, my sister just confirmed it. We have this thing in us, and when we see fellow blacks, especially African Americans, we kind of show it. I've met a lot of African Americans who are going to Africa or here studying, trying to know about Africans, than Africans who are coming here for the sole purpose of learning about African Americans and their history. You can argue with me on this all day long, but that is my truth. What reasons do we have to disrespect the African American or to look down upon them? What reasons do we have? What legitimate reason do we stand on? The African American have the right to feel a certain type of way towards us, because the truth of the matter is that we contributed to their history, which is not a beautiful story. We contributed to slavery. We contributed to the story of the African Americans here. And so when we have come here to, first of all, we didn't come to find them. We didn't look for them and to help them in their struggle. And after they've lived it and survived and thrived through blood and sweat and built everything, we come here and somehow in our attitude, we can show that we're better than everybody. And that better than everybody attitude, which was said in that video that I played, is what some Africans show when they meet African Americans. I can confidently say that I don't have to think that the African Americans dislike us or disrespect us. I know a lot of them respect us. Some don't. And to those who don't, this is a time for us to reconcile. Those who don't, for many reasons, maybe because of our ancestors, Africans' ancestors' contribution to slavery. My word to you today is, I stand on behalf of my ancestors, and I render my unqualified apology to African Americans and Caribbeans for the contribution of my ancestors to slavery. There is no way we can repair and move and unite as a big Black community if we don't confront some of these things that separate us. If a lot of Africans, especially Africans in the diaspora, are organizing seminars, conferences, and bringing different Black folks together, right? Folks that make up the African diaspora, bringing us together and engaging and try to do this reach out, this bridging up conversations. If I wish we can do more of that, because this is how we can move forward. Until we are able to heal, until we are able to talk and render apology and accept these apologies to each other. How do we move forward?